Sandeep sir's arc of revealing the character, he would leave these little things. You know, that there's something इतना अच्छा है, कुछ तो off है उसके बारे में पर. He was not resting in his vanity. He was right behind the camera person, giving me the cues with as much intensity.
Wow.
Obviously, the cigarette thing was like, bugger deserved to die. मुझे बहुत unsettling लगा. जब खास करके रणबीर के कैरेक्टर ने जोया को कहा कि अपने लिक माई शूज, संदीप सर खुद आए, उन्होंने कहा I could not have cast a better actor for this role. I respect that man. See, we're dissing the man for what he's misogyny and ye and wo. Look at his life story, Look at the actions he's lived with as opposed to what he's trying to show in fictional. I have no shoots, no nothing. I'm still going to producers and asking them, please, mujhe kaam do. There's nothing that's changed dramatically except of the reaction of people.
Hi, this is Sheetal. Welcome to Pinkvilla. The only way I like to introduce my guest today is that from Remix to Mahi Way to Made in Heaven to Adi Purush to now Animal. Stories badle, characters bhi badla. But the only thing that has stayed constant is that he's still charming both on screen and off screen. So let's welcome Siddhant Karnick. Hi.
Hi, you got me blushing now. Thank you for that introduction. That's really nice. Thank you.
Anytime. Firstly, big congratulations to you on the massive success of Animal.
Thank you.
And I think you've been in this industry for like 20 years now.
Yes.
And I know for the fact that you've carved this journey for yourself. So how does it feel?
Feels very proud. It feels rewarding. Patience or perseverance has been one of those key qualities to hold on to. And something like an Animal comes around, which I'd read, I think last Monday, was world #1 in box office sales. Can you imagine? It beat Napoleon.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I'm part of a project that is world #1 with something.
Right.
And that's a great feeling.
Yeah. But did you expect this kind of a response from Animal?
No, absolutely not. It's been something. It's been quite a ride.
Yeah.
We dream of it, पर कभी वो उम्मीद तो होती है, लेकिन actually जब होता है तो you're not prepared for it.
Right. Yeah. And what was your first interaction with director Sandeep like?
Wonderful. 2 hours I sat with him and he explained to me. Sandeep, sir, as if I sit next to him opposite and just talk about life, he's wonderful. Yeah. Really cool guy, get along, friends and all. When he talks about his art, he goes into a zone, right? And that's very intimidating.
Yeah.
Like he can really, there's a bit of Animal, Kabir Singh, Arjun Reddy. And,
A mix of all.
I mean, it's his creation, right? So,
yeah.
There is this intensity about him, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
I think for any artist, director, actor, anybody, to find their unique voice, it's a very difficult journey. Some find it big pele, others find it, like me, take time to get it. But once we do, then and he found it immediately.
Yeah.
So it was great to be around somebody.
And
like
you can see that intensity in the movies as well. It's translated so well.
the movie, you should see the interviews. He's such an intense man in the interviews, right? So yeah, he's quite a intense, but in a cool way. Like what I'm saying, when he's doing his work, he's in the zone. There's intense. When he's not doing it, he's chilled out. And I like that.
Yeah. What is the first scene that he narrated to you, and what was your reaction like?
The spoiler alert. Can I give a spoiler alert?
अब तो सबने देख लिया
होगा ना. So it was the strangling scene.
Oh, really?
That was the first scene, and he said there's this character of Jijaji. The moment he said Jijaji, it was Manish Paul. Sorry, not Manish Paul. What's his name? From those old movies, that Jijaji wala thing.
I want to ask you that only. कि Bollywood में ना जीजाजी को ऐसे दिखाते कि they are so lucky, happy go lucky, they're so charming and सालियों के साथ अच्छे रहते. But your role, आपने जीजाजी का मतलब ही बदल दिया.
बहुत सारे DMs आते हैं, लोग बोलते हैं कि बॉबी जैसा विलन मिले ना मिले, लेकिन वरुण जैसा जीजाजी कभी नहीं मिला. दूसरे बोलते हैं मैं अपने जीजा जी के साथ पिक्चर देखने गया था, आपने तो हालत ही खराब कर दी. एक जीजा जी बोलता है तुमने यार पूरा नाम ही खराब कर दिया जीजा. But thanks, I take that as a compliment.
Yeah. So he told you that story, right?
Yes. So he was telling me the story. He said Jija ji, and I don't play Jija ji, man. But then when he told me this scene and the detail in which he broke the shot division down to, when you hear a director have that kind of clarity, it really makes you feel, and he totally sold me. I mean, he didn't need to sell me. I came there to sell myself to him. But उन्होंने समझाया, शॉर्ट ब्रेकडाउन बताया कि जो स्ट्रैंगलिंग सीन है शुरुआत होगी ऊपर कैमरा से रोटेट होते हुए 90 सेकंड का शॉट रहेगा. So one shot I wanted. He played the music. That same music was there, which was in the movie score.
Yeah.
He had it and he played it on his speaker a year and a half, 2 years before. If that man has that kind of a vision, and usually directors have a skeleton soundtrack that they use. By the time the film comes out, काफी बदल जाता है. लेकिन what was great was that the soundtrack was exactly the same from when he made me hear it and when I heard it in the film.
Right. Yeah. And I'm sure that score helped you also develop your character, right? क्योंकि उस zone में जब आपको वो intense fight sequence करना था, वो कैसा था?
I mean, he played the music when it was happening, when we were shooting it.
Right.
So that was more for Ranbir, I feel. मुझे तो बस मरना था. I didn't have to do much. But within that itself, it was a very intense, because for 90 seconds you're struggling, you're trying to make sure that you're not hitting the guy. I mean,
Ranbir
superstar,
Kapoor,
exactly, right? You're getting the stylizing right. You don't want to be injured. You don't want to injure. Very और जान जा रही है यार उसमें. तो it was luckily we didn't do too many takes, but we got it in the 3 takes. I think we got that shot. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
First one only he got it, but second, third he said let's still explore. Yeah, so that was the scene, and it was cool to see the scene.
Yeah. And what was the prep that went behind playing the character of Varun? What was the preparation like for you as an actor?
See, now Sandeep sir's method is he doesn't tell the actors the full story. This is what I gathered by talking to the rest of the crew.
Okay, so you didn't know about the whole story. You knew only about your
only
character.
about my character arc. How it fits into the entire story, किसी को भी नहीं पता.
Yeah.
और वो मतलब पिक्चर देखने के बाद ही पता चला कि that is अच्छा. और हम लोग जब शूट कर रहे थे तो सब सलोनी, I'm sure all the girls playing my sister's wife, we used to sit and talk, क्या है क्या, what is the thing, piece out each other's thing and try to figure it out. So I think that's his process. That doesn't allow an actor to prepare.
Okay.
And I realized that early on that he likes to keep his actors on edge. One of the ways to do that is not tell them what's going to be done. So that when you come on set, क्या हो रहा है line, and here Ranbir comes in, he's totally set, he knows exactly what he's doing in the lines, so you get edgy, right? And that's exactly what he wanted. मुझे उस वक्त तो पता नहीं था ना, उन्होंने मुझे ये बात बताई, ये मुझे खुद guess करना पड़ा after watching the film and seeing, this is what his process is.
How was it working with Ranbir Kapoor himself?
Such a big fan. I became a fan of him after this film. I used to always appreciate him as a star.
Okay.
Very good versatility as an actor and everything. But this one I realized what a professional he was. और मैं फिदा हो गया उनकी प्रोफेशनलिज्म पे.
आपका जो भी सीन था उनके साथ, ऐसे कोई मेमोरी दैट यू कैन शेयर विद अस, BTS या फिर ऑन द सेट्स?
यस, काफ़ी बार ऐसे होता है, मैंने ऑब्जर्व भी किया है कि ख़ासकर कि जो एक्टर्स इनसिक्योर होते हैं, व्हेन इट कम्स टू गिविंग द क्यूज टू द अदर एक्टर. हम लोग ने मास्टर शूट कर लिया, अभी क्लोजअप लगे, वी एज एक्टर्स सपोज टू गिव आवर ऑल ताकि वो रिएक्शन मिले उनको उनके क्लोजअप पे. काफ़ी बार मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है कि ऐसा नहीं होता, राइट. बट दिल्ली की गर्मी में हम सब ग्लास हाउस में शूट कर रहे थे, HMIs लगी हुई थी, फार मोर इंटेंस लाइट्स देन दिस. टर्टल नेक उन्होंने पहना हुआ था, आई वाज वेयरिंग अ सूट. गर्मी इतनी आप सोच सकते हैं, दोपहर का वक्त, राइट. एंड फैंटास्टिकली दैट्स व्हेन माय क्लोजअप्स आर सेट. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड, आई मीन इट इज व्हाट इट इज, राइट. But he was there. He was not resting in his vanity. He was right behind the camera person, giving me the cues with as much intensity.
Wow.
You see that?
That says something.
That is, that I said, sir, sir. I will have to learn so much from you.
Yeah. और ये जो आप मूवी में पापा पापा कहते रहते हैं, for a minute वो जब रणबीर कपूर बोलते हैं ना, ये क्यों पापा बुला रहा है, everybody could feel it. क्यों बुला रहा है पापा, है ना? So वो कैसा था वो scene?
It was really nice. We knew when that my character would have a twist. तो अनलाइक यूजुअल थिंग्स जहाँ पे सडनली ऐसे ओ अच्छा ऐसा हो गया, संदीप सर's arc of revealing the character, he would leave these little things, you know, that there's something इतना अच्छा है, कुछ तो ऑफ है उसके बारे में पर, right? तो वो showdown के scene के वक्त, you know, just that little on the chin to my wife, you know, what was that, right? Obviously the cigarette thing was like, bugger deserved to die.
True, I agree with this.
Yeah. Fair. Even I, when I'm like, I've died so many times in my life, in my career. I mean, in my career, I've got married so many times in my career also. But this time was the first time I said, he deserved to die. दो गोलियां क्यों मारी? 3 मारनी चाहिए थी.
You know, when you mentioned that scene, right? पहले जब मूवी देखा ना, दिखाया गया कि वरुण is so perfect, right? He has his perfect family, he's good with his father-in-law जिनको वो पापा बुलाते हैं, and everything is perfect. And then there is this sudden small moments where you realize that no, he's not, right? The way he treats his wife, वो ऐसे पकड़ना या फिर बात करना, and then पता नहीं, इसे बहुत disappointment तो लगता ही है कि इतना perfect सा picture था, and then you find this red flag kind of a behavior, if you can say that.
Yes.
So, did you ever judge your own character? I'm sure while reading the script and even while shooting and post the shoot.
I never judge my character, any character given to me. Even if he's a serial killer, I will not judge it because my approach to it would be wrong. And I learned this from my father. I did a Swiss film called Und Morgen seid ihr tot, and tomorrow you will be dead. उसमें I played a Taliban commander, and I was going about preparing for the role. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया कि मैं किस तरह से इसको प्ले करूं because terrorist हैं, ये है वो हैं, and I was sitting with my dad, and my dad was in the army and he'd faced a lot of anti-terrorism, anti-insurgency acts. So he said कि you're going about it differently. You know, understand this कि one man's terrorist or one country's terrorist is another country's freedom fighter. You know, so that in itself, it was a click. और उसके बाद, whatever characters I get, I don't judge the character. I play him. Varun is a very ambitious man.
Yeah.
Right? He grew, whatever studied, he got there. शायद उसने शादी भी की होगी उस ambition के साथ. He's ambitious. He wants to take over. He loves Swastik, the company. He feels that नभी कुछ नहीं होने वाला. इसके हाथ में चले जाएगा तो और भी हो जाएगा. I will do whatever I can because he was a very ambitious guy. Now, if I judged him as a नहीं villainous है, ये है, तो मजा नहीं आता फिर performance में, वो earnestness नहीं होती.
But as an actor ये आप बोल रहे हो, but if I had to ask you कि as Siddhant, जो भी वो scenes दिखाए गए, the way they treated women in the movie, वो lick my shoe वाला scene या फिर जो भी violence वगैरह दिखाया है, as a audience आप उसको कैसे perceive करते हो?
मुझे बहुत unsettling लगा जब खास करके रणबीर के कैरेक्टर ने जोया को कहा कि अपने lick my shoes, it's really something, but because I'm an actor, I appreciated the choice. Out of the entire movie, Abhi, you and I are talking about that part.
That part,
It was a choice made by the director and the actor to put it in so that we can talk. Now, whether that be a popular choice or an unpopular choice. At the end of the day, our job as storytellers is to entertain. Especially a film like this. It's an entertainer. It's not a social message awareness campaign that we're running, right? These choices later on, it unsettled me, but I, in a way, like, wow. You know, fair, ठीक है यार, you created a controversy, जो भी है, but it showed so much of what that character was doing. What Ranbir's, the anti-hero, the guy who says, loves this, that, and boom, wow. You know, what a choice. For my character to throw that cigarette butt. Again, it's a choice. Not a popular choice, not something that we say ki, every guy should do this. But that character is, and then after you did that, after my character did that, when you saw him being strangled, you felt exactly. So you build him up in that way.
True. I mean, I kind of agree with you, but also want to disagree a little bit, because they say that cinema is one of the most impactful way of learnings, right? For anyone, for that matter, बच्चे से लेके बड़ों तक. And जब हम ऐसी चीजें दिखाते हैं, even for example, that shot where Ranbir is taking that gun and going into the college and shooting, right? So do you think we are glorifying these things, or it can have a negative impact on people?
See, it's a good question you've asked, and इसी में आपने जवाब भी दे दिया है. We are not glorifying it, right? We are not saying कि if you do this, this is glory.
Okay.
It is stylized. There's a difference. We are not glorifying these acts कि आप, violence करो college में जाके. बंदूक छोड़ो, चाकू लेकर आओ, ये हम नहीं कहने की कोशिश करें. That's just not the message. It's a stylized movie, right? And in that stylization, if he was to come with a danda or a stick which is permissible, it wouldn't have an impact like that.
Maybe I wouldn't have spoken about it.
Exactly. It's stylized. That man comes with an AK-47. That boy comes with an AK-47. He walks into the thing, he shoots it not over there, he shoots it on the ground. Like, look at these choices, they all stylized choices. आप असल में अगर AK-47 चलाओगे ज़मीन पे, सबसे पहले जाके आप ही को लगने वाली. Right? If you want to be realistic, then that in itself, he would have shot himself, got his leg cut, movie over. It's not a hit, it's not world number one. He walks in with that swag. You want to create swag. You have to make these choices. I also feel our audiences are smart enough to understand that. I also want to say that agar, God forbid, something like this does happen, I will still not hold the film responsible. It could have triggered it. It does not mean that it's conditioned somebody to be that way, to do this. We're not educating people how to be. If it triggers somebody, that's another thing. Anything can trigger off anybody, right? So I don't, that's what I feel about it.
And also, when you mentioned this, right? This movie, I feel, has got a lot of love as well as hate. It's like a love-hate relationship, right? And log bolte hain because of jo bhi dikhaya gaya hai, but also they love the characters because of the way the performance is done and things like this. So when you see all these comments कि थोड़ा hate मिल रहा है, प्यार भी मिल रहा है, आपको वो कैसी feeling आती है?
I have to accept it. अगर मुझे प्यार चाहिए, मोहब्बत चाहिए और मुझे नफरत भी मिलेगा तो I have to accept it. I can't just want the good and not want the bad. That's being unrealistic. नहीं होता है ऐसा. कहाँ होता है? हाँ, तो जो ट्रोल्स होते हैं, जब प्यार मोहब्बत भी मिलती है, ट्रोलिंग भी होगा. इट कम्स.
बातें हो रही है, लेकिन
बातें हो रही है, वही
कॉन्वर्सेशंस,
जिक्र हो रहा है, लोग बात कर रहे हैं. एग्जैक्टली. इट्स द टॉक ऑफ द टाउन. जहाँ पर भी आप जाओ, इफ नॉट द म्यूजिक इज प्लेइंग, पीपल आर टॉकिंग, पीपल आर डिसिंग, पीपल आर डिबेटिंग, दे आर आर्ग्यूइंग, बट दे आर टॉकिंग.
हाउ सिमिलर आर यू टू योर ऑन स्क्रीन कैरेक्टर वरुण, इफ देयर आर एनी सिमिलैरिटीज?
We both look good in a suit.
We all agree.
Yeah, I think I'm not that ambitious as Varun. Okay. I'm ambitious for life.
Right.
I enjoy life. Acting is something which happens, I love doing.
Yeah.
It's not the most stable career. I have no work lined up after this. Right? Yes, you would
Even
imagine.
After the success of
nothing.
Animal?
I have no shoots, no nothing. I am still going to producers and asking them, please, mujhe kaam do. There's nothing that's changed dramatically except of the reaction of people.
Reaction, right. And did you have to audition for this role of Varun?
This is after 20 years. This is the first project that I did not have to audition for.
Oh.
That I did not even have to read for. पहली बार मैं संदीप सर से मिला, 2 घंटे हम बैठे, उन्होंने बोला कि okay, you're done, selected.
Yeah, so that's the only process that happened. Wow.
I asked him why he selected me, and during the shoot he said, 5 years ago I saw you in an ad. It was an Airtel commercial which was there.
Okay.
Became quite popular at that time. So he said, I clocked you from there, and I wanted to cast a Jijaji जो रणबीर को टक्कर दें.
That's a big compliment.
That's a big compliment.
Yeah.
No, my big compliment was end of the shoot, last day. I finished my scene, सब कुछ हुआ. संदीप सर खुद आए, उन्होंने कहा, I could not have cast a better actor for this role. Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
on that. That's such a nice compliment. Yeah.
That just, especially for a man who's given me that confidence without auditioning or even reading. Okay, you are my guy. Yeah. And then for him, like that guy is
visionary. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Respect to Sandeep sir. I think we should give him some love.
Yeah. True that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's because सब लोगों ने ऐसे एक perception बना लिया है because of Arjun Reddy, Kabir Singh and now Animal, right? And to break that perception थोड़ा तो मुश्किल है.
Yeah, break that perception. आपने perception किस बात पे बनाई है? On fictional stories that he's making, right? Do you know? Have you Googled his life? I was speaking to his brother. His first film, nobody was wanting to produce it, right? He was finally set up shop. I think 1.5 or 1.6 crores was short because his partners last moment backed out. His parents, his family sold their ancestral farm, mango farms, 35 acres of it, 1.6 CR. They put that in the movie to support this man. He didn't know what to do. He still went ahead with it. It became Arjun Reddy, a big hit. Like
says
it
a
takes
lot.
it
takes a
takes
lot.
courage. His entire family is all ballsies, man. They will do it. I don't think I have the
That's
courage to
true,
do that.
yeah.
I respect that man. See, we're dissing the man for what he's misogyny and ye and wo. Look at his life story, you know. Look at the actions he's lived with, as opposed to what he's trying to show in fictional.
Fictional. True. I completely agree with that. Yeah. You know, I want to ask you one thing that, especially in the last 2-3 movies that you've done, you've played this negative character, right? Do you feel that you're getting stereotyped कि अच्छा इनको सिर्फ negative roles ही देते हैं? Do you feel that, or do you love, or do you enjoy doing like negative characters?
I would like to make the stereotype and then break it. Yeah, you give me. I want work. Please give me work. It's not been the people you've asking me. Is it a conscious decision to take? No, I'm getting this work and I'm doing whatever work I will get.
Right.
I will do it to the point that I will make a stereotype out of it. That's just what I bring to the table as an actor.
Right.
Personally speaking, I enjoy playing layered roles.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, story writing in India and mostly everywhere, the good characters खाली two-dimensional होते हैं.
True.
You know, those grey shaded good characters, very difficult to come by. So I'm happier playing villainous roles because I get to play different shades in it.
And I think audience also enjoys watching you in that kind of a role.
Thank you. Like from even Vibhishan in Adipurush, right?
Yeah.
He played a role. He could have played a double agent as well.
True.
Yeah, and I could have played that also
role, yeah.
in what was them. But history, whoever wins the war dictates history, right? Because Vibhishan came over to Ram's side, Ram won. He was good guy.
Yeah.
Had he gone not, had Ravan won the war,
Yeah.
you know, he would have been exactly.
The good
So
guy. You never
yeah,
know.
it is that, and that's what I love about playing
Yeah.
these kind of characters. It's very layered and you
yeah.
know, nuances, and the more you open it up, the more magic comes out. I like that.
Yeah. We also like it. How was your first encounter with Anil Kapoor? How was it working with him?
Anil sir is, हम लोग reading के लिए बैठे हुए थे, रणबीर, Anil, myself and couple of actors, और पहली बार हम लोग reading कर रहे थे. Anil sir, I was late for the meeting.
Okay.
ये अंधेरी traffic man.
Bombay की traffic.
अरे T series office में, and I say, come, I can't be late, you know, my first meeting, and
True.
and I go inside and everybody's there. They're all waiting for me, and हमारे खुद के images में हम कुछ ज़्यादा ही monsters create करते हैं, right? And I entered and I saw Anil sir and I saw Ranbir, and they all looked at me. And because I was guilty, I felt they gave me a damn bad look.
Okay, intimidating.
Yeah. Because I felt guilty. It's not that they were doing it.
It's in your head.
Exactly. You know, we create these monsters in our head. I profusely apologized, you know, came, sat, started the reading, and within a minute or two, they went back to talking, and I realized that these are demons we create in our own minds. Both of them, when they spoke about the characters and about the industry, they were like an encyclopedia. Right? हमारे इंडस्ट्री में ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग जाके कहीं पढ़े इनके बारे में. This is only through word of mouth, where उस टाइम के तो Anil sir and Ranbir, every time we would have a scene, even during shoot, they would go sit. I would make sure I go and, you know, just just sit there and just listen to these
them,
great encyclopedias of the Indian film industry.
Right. And what was the first shot that you had with Anil sir?
Oh yeah,
if you remember.
Of course I remember. It was a blessing I got from him, and it was also a lesson I got from him. Yeah, it was the first scene was in fact schedule में वो बड़ा dramatic scene जो था रणबीर के साथ showdown में, वो schedule था.
Okay.
But the evening before, when we came to just do some blocking work, Anil sir himself suggested Sandeep sir that we don't do that scene. We start with a little easier scene, which is that family portrait. So I find the moment he said that,
what a relief.
Yeah, I was like, अभी मैं कैसे जाके बोलूँ सर को, सर आप पहले दिन पे ही मुझसे ये करवा रहे हो कैसे, you know? But Anil sir went and said that. So we were shooting the first day, and I was again jaldi. This time I will not be late. I have to be on time.
Okay.
I had 2 ADs outside my van, making sure I'd be ready on time. Tak. Quickly go, first on set, nobody's there. I was on time, nobody's there. Jacket utara, baitha, looking for everybody to come. Anyways, when Anil sir came, Ranbir came, everybody came, we were forming it, went on set. and we were standing in our blocks and margins, and Anil sir in his character, he looks at me.
That
says,
look.
Yeah. There's that moment he looks at me. Exactly. And then what? We're about to start shooting a scene, and Anil Kapoor is calling me. I said, "Yes, sir."
Slightly confusely.
Yeah. So it's like he comes, he adjusts my collar. My tie was not right because the collar was being overlapped. So he adjusts it. Oh, now you're looking smart.
Wow.
And he goes there. Wow. Like I said, that was my blessing.
You must have gone blank at that time.
Yeah, man. It's not. That's what I was saying. We are the ones who create these demons. They are very cool and casual. Second day again, it happened. And then I said, second day, this is not a blessing. This is a
abhi theek karo.
Yeah, properly spoke to the style department. ये फिर से नहीं हो सकता. So yeah, that was my first introduction.
Yeah, and did you like meet Bobby Deol on the sets? How was that?
Bobby sir, I met only at the premiere. हमारे tracks same नहीं थे तो.
Did you wish like एक scene तो होता Bobby जी के साथ?
Animal Park है ना.
Talking about that, I wanted that to be the last question. मतलब spoiler तो मैं नहीं दूंगी, but why do I have a feeling कि you will come back in Animal Park? Not maybe as Varun, but maybe as someone else, and you'll go in this full revenge mode.
You think?
I think so.
I hope so. I hope so. अरे मैंने देखा तो when I was watching the film, I saw Varun के पास Varun का बेटा है.
Oh yeah.
हाँ.
वो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं. हाँ.
तो ऐसे.
You can come back as Varun का बेटा. लगते तो.
I would hope so. Shave करके आ जाओ. But I hope if you all really liked it, at the end of the day, we supply to the demand. If the demand of the fans and people want me back, I would love to be back.
Trust me, there is a lot of demand. सब लोग Animal Park के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, and we are really hoping to see you in that.
Thank you.
Thank you for such a lovely conversation.
Thank you, Sheetal. You've been really wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, this is Siddhant Karnick, and you're watching me on Pinkvilla.